Barbí, you so dumb.
Hey cuties, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hey, if you're not, welcome back, Cookie. So today we're on our way to a graduation party and a birthday party. Life has been real busy. I'm not gonna hold y'all. Life has been so like hectic to the point where I've missed a few get ready with me's. Which is fine. I mean, it's not fine, but it's fine. You know, like it happens. It happens. So we have catching up to do, but not a ton of catching up to do because like I haven't went out. This is the outfit. Nothing too crazy. Simple to the point. You see me. Yeah. I think because I didn't do my hair. I'm not gonna hold you. I didn't do my hair, so I'm just gonna like put the iron, you know, the curling iron on it just to like lay it down to make it look neat. Like I purposely meant to do like this clip up ordeal. You know what I mean? We're wearing these shoes. Yeah, nothing too crazy. Like it's literally simple to a point because like we're going to our graduation party. What are we about to do? Overdo it? No. Like when it comes down to it, I'm not even gonna overdo like this whole like makeup look either. And I'm simply doing makeup. I don't know why, but we're here. So there's no going back. By the time I'm done hopping around all the grad parties, I'll be too tired to do anything. So like yes, of course I'm not going downtown and like mingling, which I don't mind because like, you know, I still get to be by myself. Another thing that's been happening in life, I'm pretty sure I'm about to get sick because you know how like I almost sneezed and then like my nose started running last week. I was on TikTok live and my nose was running and I was like, what the hell? But I was confused and I was like, okay, cool, whatever. Then like later on that week, I woke up feeling kind of sickish, like you know the sick symptoms. Hey, bitch, I'm making my way here. Or it's one of those like my body is fighting it, you know, like because your body builds immunity. So my body might just be fighting it off. I don't know what's really going on. Like, baby, I don't know. Anyways, I know I told y'all I was like crocheting. I think yarn, I haven't worked with too many, like I've worked with different materials, but I haven't worked with too many materials. But yarn might be the hardest thing that I have to work with. It's either the yarn or it's me. And I really don't want to say it's me. It's probably me, but I'm going to blame it on the yarn. I'm about to show y'all. Hold on. So I started it, right? But I didn't finish it. Obviously, I didn't finish it. Y'all, look. I literally measured my waist size perfectly because, you know, and now it overlaps again. You see this? It was supposed to, like, it was connected like this. And now it's overlapping. And that irritates me just a tad bit because, like, be so serious. Yeah, just be so serious for real. Because I'm all here for like losing weight for summer, but I'm stressed. And if you don't understand what's going on, I crocheted a while back the skirt, and then the skirt was too big. If you were here, you understand. Long story short, it didn't work out, y'all. It didn't work out. And then I had to like start it all over. So I'm like, okay, cool with that. Start all over. This is my waist size. Come to find out, my body's like, no, it's not. No, it's not. It's not your waist size. I'm all happy for like the whole like slim summer look, but let's be so serious. Not when I'm trying to like make something. You know what I mean? So I literally, while I was showing y'all, just came up with this idea on how I think I'm gonna like, you know, make it work because I don't want to have to start all over again. And I just feel as if like with clothes, it would be so easy. Like cloth. I never had a problem with cloth. Like resizing cloth. Baby, I know how to sew. I resize my stuff all the time. I never have a problem resizing. But yarn, she is beating my ass. She's beating me up, throwing her punches, and I'm tired. I'm so tired. I just wanted to tell y'all that I'm frustrated about that because, like, each time I look at it, it just like, damn, we could have been. You know, like, we could have been. So, like, I just wanted to share that with y'all. Y'all didn't ask, but I decided to tell y'all. I'm waiting for my beauty blender to come in. Miss Ma'am is on her way. Didn't expedite it, and yet so I expect expedited services. You know what I mean? Like, girl, you chose regular delivery. It hasn't been that long, but I'm kind of impatient sometimes. I'll say friend. I think I talked about that on TikTok though. Like, I'll be like, oh, that, hey, friend. But I'm not saying friend. No D. The D is what brings us together. You know what I mean? Like, No D. Friend. Hey, friend. Friend. You know what I mean? Friend. And I don't say that in the sense like, yeah, we're friends, but we're not friends because I don't really know you. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, but I have a tendency of saying friend a lot. Which those I think it throws some people off. All in itself. This week I've realized some people aren't used to people being nice to them. Because when I'm nice, people take it as flirting. And it's like, baby, I don't. And I say this a lot, but I'm so serious. Like, when I'm nice to people, they take it as flirting. And it's just like, I just happen to be attractive, or you just happen to be attracted to me. So you're taking this as flirting, but it's not that at all. And you be like, well, I don't do anything. Like, I'll just talk to people. I'm just a nice person. I'm not. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to flirt with you or nothing. Talking to this dude, just simple conversation. And he mentions like, cause we were talking about something. I forgot what we was really talking about. But the conversation was kind of intriguing. So I entertained it. You know what I mean? So boom, we're talking. And then he hits me with that, cause I had something that he used to have. I don't remember what it is, y'all, but just like, I had something that he used to have, right? We'll just say like, chips. We'll use chips as an example because I don't remember what it really was. But boom. So we're talking about chips and I'm like, yeah, me and my like I'm eating chips with you type stuff. Like this is hypothetical, but this like because I don't remember what we were talking about. So boom, we're talking and this, that, and the other. And he's like, damn, yeah, I used to have chips, but I don't got no chips no more. You see how I'm quiet? That's exactly how I got quiet. Exactly. Because, like, I think he expected me to be like, or eat my chips. You know what I mean? Or something like that. I don't know what he expected me to say. I got quiet. I ain't saying nothing because one thing about it and 10 things for sure. I already told y'all. And if you're new here, let me be the first to tell you again. I went through the ringer when it comes down to like helping men. And we ain't never had no good experience. So when it comes down to it, I just don't feel the need to help y'all. Cause it's just like, it's what, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I always tell y'all take stuff what I say with a grain of salt. Because like each person is different. Some people like they've helped their spouse and their spouse has never left them a day in their life. You know what I mean? Like they're grateful, but not everybody is grateful. And that's why it's just like some men are like, oh, women don't ever want to help you. Yeah, it's because a lot of your partners take people's kindness for granted. And it's just not that. You know, it's just not that. Like, so for the most part, old me, younger me would have been like, oh yeah, you can have some of my chips. Just off me being nice. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just overall a nice person. Like, I'm one of those, like, I'll take the shirt off my back type ordeal. But I just realized, like, I don't know, you just can't help men out. You just can't help them out. Cause sometimes they'll use you as a stepping stool. And I ain't never, like, in the past, that's why, like, we talked about last Get Ready With Me. I said, like, make your mistakes while you're young. So then, like, you get older, it's like, okay, cool. This is what we did. And this is what we learned from it. You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm all here for the little, you know, I spoil a man. But that's because I'm spoiling my man. You know what I mean? My man. Not no, like, who are you for real, sir? Type stuff. And y'all, I got quiet. Crickets. I don't help men. They go, damn, I need this. I want this. And I'm, damn. I don't know what to tell you, big fella. You know? Oopsie daisies. You know, like, I don't really know what to tell you. And to be honest, I don't feel bad. I sleep great at night. I sleep great at night. I sleep great at night, you know? I sleep great at night. Like, I didn't been around too many dudes who like who brag about taking advantage of females for me to be like, here's the world I'm gonna give you. No, if I gotta bust my butt, you gotta bust your butt too. Like, this shit ain't sweet. What are you talking about? For the most part, I wish that man all the best. I hope he gets his chips. Like I told you, I don't remember what it was. But I hope he gets whatever, you know, like whatever we was talking about. But I just wasn't going to be the one to give it to him. Real shit. I really want to do a makeup, no makeup. You're already here now. Damn it. Okay. One of these days, y'all got to stop me. You got to be like, bruh, what are you doing? We not going with, like, y'all gotta stop me and be like, girl, I get to chat with y'all and just, I'm so used to the routine now. Like, I just, just be going with the motions, be forgetting. This not what we, damn. Okay. But yeah, like I told y'all, I feel bad for that man, for real. I don't feel too bad for him. No. I just feel like you got a mom. You know what I mean? Like, who am I to sit here and play the role of your mother? Some of you will sit here and treat a man better than you treat your kids. And that blows me too, because you're supposed to treat your kids how you wanted somebody to treat you. And you wonder why some of y'all kids like turn around and they don't want to have anything to do with you. You aren't the best parent. Like, your parenting will reflect, not all the time, because there's some kids, because I like, boom, for like, there's some kids where it's just like their parents gave them their everything and they just somehow, they're just so ungrateful. Like, their parents busted their butt and tried their hardest and their kids are so ungrateful. So it's just like, this doesn't apply to all parenting, but for the most part, like, some of y'all parenting is the reason why y'all kids just don't want to be bothered with y'all. And that's just sad and unfortunate. But like, yeah, that's that. I'm just here to tell you, be the messenger to relate it back to you, like, whatever you want to call this. You're supposed to love your kids the way you want somebody to love you. That's your seed. Be so serious. Like, it's one thing if it's somebody else's kid and you just like, no, it's not okay. Because don't get me wrong, people still do it where it's like, that's not their kid. So because that's not their kid, they'll treat that child some other way. And it's like, that's not okay. But especially when it's your seed, you're supposed to treat that child how you would have wanted somebody to treat you. Even if you don't got much, you still treat that child how you want somebody to treat you, or wanted somebody to treat you. Like, the love that you wanted from like a man or a woman or whatever, you give that to your child. I don't know where the dots didn't connect with the brain receptors when y'all was pushing out kids. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't pertain to all parents. It doesn't. One thing about it and 10 things for sure. I'll say some things, and if you the type of person to take offense to everything, I just don't know what to tell you, to be honest. It is what it is, It is what it is. Because you just have to learn what's for you and what's not for you. Like, there's some things people say, and I'd be like, damn, that hit home. But that's what self-reflection is. It's like, damn, that hit home. But that, like, if something that someone says upsets you because, like, it fits you in a way, 10 times out of 10 it upsets you because it fits you in a way. Assuming that it's a logical thing that they say. They said something logical and then you get offended by it. It hit home. And if it hit home, you need to self-reflect, because why did it hit home? That's the whole reason of life. It's okay to self-reflect. Y'all be acting like if you go up and just pass away tomorrow if you self-reflect. Like, you're supposed to self-reflect. Like, that's how you're going to be a better you. Duh. You can't. And that goes into my next topic. You can't let people trigger you. I was told, and I'm forever grateful to all the people that have crossed my path in my life, real stuff. And I just don't want to I don't want to settle, and I'm not going to settle, because like, I've met good men. That's why I keep telling y'all, like, I've met some good men, majority of them married, some of them not married, in relationships or like whatever they had going on. But it's just like, I'm not one of those like, damn, she has what I want. I just never been that. I just feel as if like I told y'all last time, I think it was 2 Get Ready With Me's ago. That person is what I want. That just gives me faith that what I want is out there. Like, there has to be more people like me. So I'm going to hold the faith. All I need to see is one. And it's just like, okay, cool. Type stuff. Anyways. So boom, going back to like taking words and, running with it. I had met this one man. He was a detention teacher. And I'm not going to say his name out of respect for like his privacy and stuff, because I don't know where he is in life. I don't know if he but I really do want him to know that I appreciate all the lessons that he has taught me. I was one of those people. I hung around a lot of older people, like older adults, not like me. And don't be weird, like, oh, she hung around. No. he was the detention teacher, and I got like, if you know, I got in trouble a lot as a kid, and God, he was one of the ones that helped me like change in a way. Like, obviously, changing is a decision you have to make. But so when I was in elementary school, it wasn't just me though. So he would take a whole bunch of the kids where, like I told you, a lot of kids are just misunderstood. To be honest, they just have, like, you have to understand kids go through stuff too. That's why I just get so confused when people be like, I don't understand why that kid acting like that. As if kids don't have feelings, their feelings shouldn't be valid because they're young and they don't have bills. Just because they don't have bills doesn't mean like their cat passing away isn't devastating for them. You know what I mean? Like, you acting like, oh, there's so many things that happens in a kid's life where it's like you can't, that's their feelings. Like, y'all discredit kids and just push them off. And it's just like, yes, they're kids, but at the end of the day, like, they're human. They have feelings. If anything, sympathize with them because they don't know how to control their feelings. Boom, after I feel this way, this is what I need to do to like fix it. You know, not all of them have that skill when it comes down to like coping with their emotions. So grace, just give people grace. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, so boom, teacher. He was a detention teacher in my middle school. Did I say elementary school? He was my middle school detention teacher. Well, not mine. The middle school's detention teacher. Anyway, so boom. So he would take like all the misunderstood kids, and it was like right after lunch. Is this a pimple? I know you lying. Ah! Anyway, so he would take all the misunderstood kids, right? I think it was optional. I think he either like had to choose you to do it because it was like everybody wanted to do it, but not everybody could do it. So I think it's like he picked you, or like, I don't remember how the decision was made on who gets to be there. I don't know how, but it was one of those like, like, it's like he understood, like a lot of kids were misunderstood. It's like, it was one of those like, I believe in you ordeals type programs, but it wasn't really a program. So he would take all the little misunderstood kids, and he would, now keep in mind, they done racked up a lot of the detentions and this, that, and the other. Whoopty, whoopty, whoop. Like, these was some bad kids. Like, I was, compared to the rest of them, I was really good. Like, when I say I was a bad kid, I don't necessarily mean like I was bad. Cause like some of y'all badness outweighs my badness. You know, I was just a little discombobulated with a few things, you know, like couldn't express my emotions. And and my biggest thing was like dealing with my emotions in the proper way, you know? Anyway, so boom, he would take all the like misunderstood kids, and like he would take us in the gym. We would all go to like the gym. And while we were in the gym, he would make us work out. Like, we were either in the like big gym itself, where it's like, you know how middle schools are set up, or like schools in general are set up, where it's like just the gym where you can bring down the basketball court, basketball hoops. And then there's the workout room itself. If you didn't have workout rooms, I'm so sorry, my middle school did. So it's like we had workout rooms and we had a gym. So like he would put everybody in the gym or like in the workout room. Nonetheless, we would work out. My middle school had this thing where it's just like the first 5, I think it was 5. It was either 5 to 15 minutes of the day. Everybody was reading. It was like drop a book and read or something like that. Something like that. One thing about it, I don't know what they're doing in the school systems now, but they was, at the time I was pissed off because like, why do I even need to do this for real? But seeing how my generation turned out compared to like other generations as it pertains to like knowledge wise, I'm kind of grateful for my education. I wasn't really crazy about school, but now turning back at it, I'm grateful for all the, you know, I'm grateful for my education that I, you know, boom. So boom. So he would take us and we would work out like while everybody was reading, like everybody was in their primary classes or like their advisory. I don't remember how you started the day. I think it was your first class. It was your first, you go to first class. What's the first class called? First period. So you would go to your first period, and whoever your first period teacher, whatever, it doesn't matter what subject it was, you stop what you're doing 15 minutes, 5 to 15 minutes, like you're reading. Boom, right? So while like all them other kids was reading, we was working out. And I don't mean like, oh, he would just let us jog around and play kickball. No, I mean, I'm working out, y'all. I think I passed out one time. I told us I can't do this no more. But I was always a dramatic kid. I'm still dramatic to this day. But y'all, I knew, like, baby, when I tell y'all unhealthy, unhealthy. And here I am working out. What are you doing, sir? What are you doing? I was so pissy. And it's just like, we were so pissy running. Like, we would run ladders. You don't know what ladders are? Baby, you don't know what. There's so many names for them. They call them ladders. They call them stairs. It's like, we would run to like half court back. Then, like boom, boom, boom. Like, there's so many different names for it. I don't know what y'all call it, but whatever. Anyways, boom. I'm probably calling it the wrong thing. I don't know. But like, basically, we would do suicides. That's what it's called, suicides. The name fit it perfectly. So boom, we would be doing that, right? And baby, I would be in tears crying. And it was like we were a group. So let one person come late, because it's like, you had to come on time, bro. You had to come on time. So let one person come late. Oh, we run a suicides for sure. Okay. Or like, if somebody talked back to him, like we were working out and somebody like, I'm tired. Oh, we all got to deal with this. Shut up for real. Like, some days, not all the time, some days, like Fridays or some days, like he would give us free time where it's just like, y'all deserve it. Go ahead and do what you want to do and be in the gym, like playing ball or something, or whatever. Shout out to him. I'm not going to say his name, but shout out to him. Anyways, boom. So, the purpose of that was to burn energy, because a lot of young people, so why did y'all do that? What was the purpose? To burn energy. Like, you going to be too tired to want to even argue with people for real. You think I'm about to argue with you? Girl, I'm out of breath. My legs hurt. I'm tired. Leave me alone for real. I think that was the purpose of it. I don't know. That's what I think the purpose of it was, but like, maybe it wasn't, but maybe it was like to find other ways to release your anger. Mine was I was just too burnt out to argue. They weren't getting written up no more. Like, they were getting their homework done. And even when they couldn't get their homework done, like, they would just tell the teacher like, hey, can I go? Because almost all the teachers knew all the kids that were in we're going to call it a program. Okay. So all the teachers knew like all the kids that were in there, because it's a middle school, very small. So like, all the teachers were aware of what he was doing, with like the small group of kids. And they would like, boom. So like, let's say I'm in my 5th hour, right? And I tell my 5th hour teacher like, hey, I completed wooty woo. Can I go to Mr. Wooty Woo's office, meaning detention, because that's where he worked, detention, to finish up at work? Or I missed several days. Can I go to Wooty Woo's office to catch up on work? And they would be cool with it, because like, they knew like we were those kids that were in there, and he would actually like help type stuff. Or we just go there to chill. Like, oh, I finished all my work. Can I go chill with Wooty Woo? I mean, sometimes you get told no, but it's just like, a lot of the teachers knew the kids. So it's just like, they didn't mind. Like, okay, cool. Yeah, whatever. So it's just like, y'all, I don't know. The kids that was in there, they really didn't get into just too many trouble. Like, yeah, we may have every now and then, but even when we did get in trouble, like, we gotta go talk to him. And nobody want to go talk to him for real, because I don't want to work out. And he was real crafty with the workouts. I think he was a basketball coach. I think he did basketball, but I know he was into boxing. So it's like, what I want you to understand, he was pretty athletic. Like, he was an athletic individual. So when it comes down to workouts, baby, he knew all of it. And I didn't want to have no parts of it type stuff. I'm chatting and I'm not doing. This is why to get ready with me be long and I don't be ever getting done. Okay, boom. So boom, working out. One day, we were talking, I forgot what started the conversation, but I was one of those people, like I told you, I was a hothead. So it was just like, words, you ever want to piss me off? The right words, baby. It was the right words for me. And he had like basically let me know. I mean, it was a whole conversation with like the whole little like class. And it wasn't always like workouts. Like, some days we would go into like a classroom, a vacant classroom, and we would like discuss feelings, or we would discuss like controlling our temper, like stuff like that. So it was like, it was always something. So boom, one of these days is we're in the cafeteria, because the janitor's office is pretty big. So it's just like, the janitor was pretty cool. He was cool people too. So the janitor let us use his office as our class, because like class was in session that day. We didn't work out. We had to be in like class, but not really class. So boom, we're talking about controlling our emotions. So everybody's like, oh, all the kids are like sharing all their, like, I'm telling you, like, my school was real mixed. Like, my middle school, we were diverse, super diverse. We had a little bit of everything in our school for real. So like, everybody was there. Not everybody, but that's what I'm saying. But anyway, so boom, we in the classroom. classes in session type stuff. And we were just like, I forgot what the question was, but I think he asked the question. It was just, I think it was somewhere around the lines of like, what makes you tick or something like that? Like, what sets you off? And somebody had said, when somebody calls me the N-word, obviously the black kid. And he was like, so what does that piss you off? He's like, cause all we've been through, the whole spiel. He's giving a whole spiel. The kid is. And he was like, okay, cool. So you telling me like, you in public, somebody get you riled up, all they gotta do is call you the N-word for real. He was like, yeah. And then he's like, so you let that person get control over you. He's like, no, that person don't got control of me. I control my own emotions. It's like, no, because like the word itself pissed you off. And now you about to react in a way that may get you locked up. If this was the real world, hypothetically, this may get you locked up and you're going to literally feed into this person's agenda type stuff, because it's like some people, they do things, because, that's kind of what trolling is. Like they'll do something to get a reaction out of you type stuff. So it's like, basically you're going to react and you're going to give them what they wanted. Or what, like, you going to prove they right. Like, oh, okay, cool. So you are like this angry person, this, that, and the other. Blase, 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 blase. Now, not to say like sometimes, you don't result to violence, because obviously that's a derogatory word. All of this is going to tie into each other. That word in itself is it has a graphic, it has a graphic history. Whether it's the A or the ER, I don't care how you flip it, it still roots back to a dark past. So nonetheless, he wasn't like discrediting the word itself, saying like, oh, that word shouldn't piss you off. But he was basically like, the lesson of the day was like, be slow to anger. Type stuff. I say type stuff a lot. Like I could say type shit, but I'd be like type stuff. Y'all. Anyways, so boom, we sitting there chilling, and it was just like, damn, that's true. So it's not like sometimes the N-word don't piss me off. It's the simple fact, like I have to realize in that moment, I have to be cautious of what that person that said it is trying to do. That's what I got from it. What is that person trying to do? And it's not just the N-word necessarily. It's literally with just anything. Because that's why I told y'all last time with the whole, like, when we were talking about the whole colorism situation, I told y'all, like, you can't engage in things and then continue to ask why, like, this person is still relevant. You're engaging. The best result for something when somebody is purposefully seeking attention is to avoid them. Yeah, it's a psychology tactic, I promise you. It's to avoid them. Attention seeking, you just have to avoid them. And they will crash out, they will burn out, they will burn themselves out, whatever, on a reaction for whatever reason. But don't always feed into the narrative. Like, it's one thing to check them. I'm not saying like, oh, somebody said the N-word, don't check them. No, check them. However you check them, I'm not going to tell you how to handle your stuff. Check the person out. It's not just the N-word, it's just life in general. Like, if somebody says something that triggers you, check them and then keep it pushing. If they keep doing it to get a response out of you, you have to understand, like I told y'all, we got to protect that First Amendment right. A lot of y'all be saying some crazy things for real. But nonetheless, the First Amendment right doesn't protect hate speech. That's what I want y'all to understand. Like, it doesn't protect hate speech. So it's just like, okay, cool. Because when you get into court, the judge is going to be like, so what did you do to de-escalate the situation? Basically, like, they're not going to say it in that word. It's like, what did you do to de-escalate the situation? Nothing. I just hit them right away. Some things you just got to hit them right away. I'm not promoting violence. I'm just saying, like, for the most part, you know what I mean? Just slow to anger. So what had happened apparently was there's this girl. Her name is Big Gretch. And she's Italian. Now, Big Gretch, Italian people to me are white. Caucasians swear they not Caucasians for real. It'd be like, oh, my parents are Italian. My parents are like, Irish. Like, they'll call everything, but it's like, so you're Caucasian. No, I'm Irish. I'm Scottish. Caucasian? Like, you know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, I don't care how you flip it. Don't get me wrong. With the Black community, there's Africans, there's Somalis, like there's so many, there's people from the Caribbean, there's there's so many people. Nonetheless, we're all Black. So when you be like, I'm Swedish, you're Caucasian. This girl, Italian girl named Big Gretch. Big Gretch says the N-word. I don't know if she said it with the ER or with the A. A lot of y'all be saying that's relevant. To be honest, I very rarely use the word in itself, especially after that day that we had learned that lesson on like being slow to anger type stuff. I stopped using it because like after he did that lesson that following week, I think. I don't remember if we met up every day or if we met up once a week to do these little like lessons and working out. I don't really remember, but I remember we used to do it. Anyways, nonetheless, we went over like the history of the N word. So it's like, to me, whether you put an A or an ER, it's still a derogatory word. You know, it's still a derogatory word with a dark history. So it's just like, and you like, but everybody wants to use the word because it's taboo. You have to understand, like, people like to do what society tells them is taboo. So it's like, the word itself is taboo, and you do it only to your, and not to say what they're doing is right, but you have to understand, like, a lot of people just want to rebel. Not to say what, like I'm saying, not to say what they're doing is right, but it's like a lot of them just want to rebel. And the word in itself just seems rebellious, type stuff. But anyways, Big Reg starts saying the N-word a lot. And people get mad because it's like, why are you saying the N-word? You're not black. Going back to it. She's like, I'm Puerto Rican. I'm Puerto Rican. Did she say Puerto? I'm stuttering on Puerto Rican because it's like, did she say she was Puerto Rican? She said Puerto Rican, Dominican, something like that, something like that. And they were like, okay, but you're not black though. And it's like, and that, look, y'all can't even get mad for real because a lot of y'all, like, y'all be quick to, I'm not black, I'm Dominican, and you'll say some Hispanic or like other, and it's not necessarily Hispanic, but y'all say other stuff, but then you want to like turn around and be like, oh, but I can say the N-word. I'm kind of sort of black. No. You don't get to have your cake and eat it too. So boom, she says the N-word. It's not sitting well with the girlies. And basically she tells them like, okay, but I grew up in this neighborhood. This neighborhood let me say it. My neighborhood that I grew up in let me say it. And that's what the topic really is. The N-word pass. That community in itself is y'all are very friendly. Not really like friendly, open. You're open to everybody. Especially Black females. You welcome everybody with open arms, but then, like I talked about it in my random rant, how it's just like, I kind of had people pleasing tendencies. And I'm not saying it's a people pleasing thing. I feel like Black women especially are just very understanding, but not understood. You know what I mean? So it's just like, Black men too, but it's just like the Black community in a whole. Y'all like to like welcome everybody in, but then not everybody respects y'all. You know what I mean? And it's sad, but it's true. So it's just like, Gretch may have not been saying it with malice, but at the end of the day, someone gave her the pass. Like, y'all handing out passes willy-nilly. And those are the repercussions of that. Maybe somebody didn't give her a pass. Maybe she never got like a friend who's like, oh yeah, you can say it. First off, why are we giving out passes to begin with? It's a derogatory word. If you want to quote unquote as a community take ownership of the word by adding an A or however, like, because there's a lot of people who like, when we took on, there's a whole bunch of, I listened to it all on, because I always ask people like, so why do you say it? Because I'll ask people questions and they probably think I'm ignorant or something, but I really just be curious, want to know. And it's just like, a lot of people say it for a lot of different reasons, this, that, and the other. It's well used in the Black community, and it's just like, it's the passes. Y'all be giving people passes, and then it's just like, oh, but you can't say it. It's like you giving somebody a coupon. They use the coupon and you say, give me the coupon back. They already used it. Like, y'all, I'm not saying don't be nice, don't be understanding, but be cautious and careful. And why are you doing this to me? This happens every time. The hair is stuck. You see it? Look. The heart. It's stuck on the heart. It wraps around the heart every time. I don't know why. What the hell? Yeah, anyways. Yeah, it was wrapped around the heart. Like, it just holding tight to it. Let it go. But anyway, so it's just like, yeah, for the most part, I think y'all should be cautious of the word. Those are the side effects. I'm not like bashing Big Gretch, to be honest. I don't know what that girl got going on, to be honest. But I'm just saying, those are some of the side effects of the word when you like give out passes. Now, if you weren't necessarily giving out passes, then it's just like, okay, cool, bad. Like I was in North Dakota and I had this Caucasian roommate and she had said, no, was it her? It was either her or it was like one of her friends because she had guests over and one of them had said the N word, but they were calling because they were all Caucasian and they was calling the other Caucasian N word. And I came out of my room and I said, if you say that word again, I'm going to knock you straight in your fucking esophagus. Say that word one more time if I hear you. Like when I heard it, I came out of my room busting because excuse the fuck out of you. Who are you really talking to for real? It's one thing if you like, and you're like, I wouldn't have said anything if they had a black friend because I don't know, like when it comes down to like Caucasian people and like, black people, I don't say anything because maybe that person gave you a pass. I don't know. You know, because it's just like, they're very welcoming and and I'm not saying just the black community itself, like a lot of other communities are welcoming. You know, I don't want y'all to be like, well, we're welcoming too. No, I'm not saying that you're not welcoming. I'm just saying for the most part, as it pertains to like cultural stuff or anything, the black community. So for the most part, like they were just a bunch of Caucasian kids using the word. And I just told them, I was like, I'm gonna dog walk one of y'all basically. If I hear that word again, like we really gonna throw hands. Not me taking offense to it. And it's just like that goes back to like what I was saying in the beginning. I didn't take like obviously I took offense to the word to a degree because you're using it. Because why would I you have to have taken offense to it for you to want to react. Correct. But at the same time, like heed my warning, don't say it again. Type stuff. Did Gretch keep saying it for the ones that wondering? Yeah, she kept saying it. The girl kept saying it, but it's like at this point it's built in her vocabulary. It's built like to her, it's just another word. And it's not just another word. But it's just like that's what happens when y'all give people a pass. Like they start using it so fluently. And now it's just like, damn. You know, it's just like, I don't know how to explain it. I hope I explained it well. All I'm saying is be careful who you give passes to and like limit the passes. Because why are we giving out passes to anyway? That always confused me in itself. Not to say Caucasians can't call themselves crackers, but I don't hear other like nationalities using, because every nationality has had a derogatory term referred to them. I just don't hear them using it. And like y'all, like people say, well, we took ownership of it, you know, maybe they should take ownership of their derogatory word too. Who knows? I'm food for thought. That's all I'm saying. Food for thought, you know, types. Even cringy for me to say, because it's just like understanding the history, but it's just like very rarely will you catch me using the N word. That's just me. I'm not saying everybody should move like that. That's just me. I act like y'all will never fall out with these people. Not this, I don't wish that on y'all, but like you could fall out with the person. And now it's just like, but you gave them a pass. Does that stop because you fell out with them? Are they not supposed to use the word anymore? You gave them the pass. So it's like, they might not use it around you, but they gonna use it. They gonna use it for sure. It's always that, who bought that white guy? Or who bought that white lady? Type stuff. But it's just like those Caucasians, they don't, at least back in the days growing up, those Caucasians were Caucasians. They were Caucasian. I don't know what to call y'all modern day Caucasian. You only use the negative stereotypes when it comes down to like, we're going to call it what it is, cosplaying. When it comes down to cosplaying, whether that's you or not. You know, I'm not questioning who you are as a person, but at the end of the day, don't use the negative stereotypes. There are educated Black people. But y'all be braiding y'all hair and wearing big hoops and then like are loud, obnoxious. And it's just like society gives you a pass because you're Caucasian. At any point you can flip back and be Caucasian. Black people can't flip back and be Black. Like we can't flip no other color but Black. So it's just like when you come into a community, I'm just saying do not cosplay negative stereotypes of that culture. That's all I'm saying. Because there's a lot of negative stereotypes and it's like, it doesn't help. It doesn't help at all because I can go all into the whole like historical thing because there's literally a court case where it's like this Asian guy didn't want to be considered a minority. He wanted to be considered white. So I think it was like because he wanted to buy land or something. I don't remember the case verbatim, but there is a case out there And when I learned about it in history, I was mind blown. Like, what in the world? We really going back and forth. And they were full on measuring heads. Like, this was wild. Back in the days, they were like, everybody was trying to prove that they were Caucasian for the perks of being Caucasian. So it's like, it is kind of cringy. And now the tables have flipped. And now, like the culture. But I'm just saying, just don't take on negative stereotypes of a culture, because you're not helping that culture. Like, that's not helping. That's sending that culture back or not culture, but group of people back several decades. Like, they're trying to progress on and be entrepreneurs and this, that, and the other. And here you are cosplaying negative stereotypes. That's not cool. That's not cool. Because you don't see me here under seasoning my food. You know what I'm just kidding. Like, I'm not kidding, but I'm like, And then to top it off, because that was deep. That was too deep. Let's lighten it up a little bit. We got real deep there. Let's lighten it up a little bit. So boom, what's going on in the media? Some lady, I don't know who it is. Somebody's mom, auntie, probably. I don't really know who she is, y'all. All in itself, she mentions the fact that club culture is in a way died off because they don't wear heels no more. And quite frankly, I don't really got too much to say on it. Me as an individual, I wear heels. I like to clink, tink, tink, clink, clink, kink as I'm walking into the facility because I feel like I'm that bitch. I don't know, the heels just do it for me, but they're not comfortable with the heel demographic, or like can we call it culture? Heel culture? I don't know what to call it for real. But with the heel girlies, I feel like a lot of y'all are trying to glamify something that it's not, because to be honest, let's really be honest with each other. Heels are painful as hell. Not everybody can really walk in heels. And then to top it off, like, nobody really educates you on heels. I didn't get educated on heels until I started like trying heels on myself. Not every person that makes heels knows how to make heels. There's like, and I say this consistently, like I've mentioned this a lot of times, where it's like, I tell you, oh, these pair of heels were uncomfortable. Like I told y'all, Jessica Simpson and Steve Madden, they have comfortable pair of heels, but I've had a few uncomfortable pair of heels from those designers before. You know what I mean? Top it off, you have to know how to walk in heels. Heels aren't something like you decide to just toss on and you just out the door running with it. No, you have to know how to walk in it. And it's just, I don't know. Like, I'm not dragging the lady. I'm just saying, like, going back to our First Amendment, right? Everybody has the right to talk about what they want to talk about. And to be honest, for y'all to take it personally, it really hit home for you. That goes back to how I started the conversation. A lot of the times, if it doesn't pertain to you, just let it fly. Go, like, you shouldn't even be bothered by it. It's just somebody's opinion. At the end of the day, it's just an opinion. But for some of y'all, I really feel like it hit y'all at home. Because that's true. A lot of people don't wear heels to the club, and that's cool with me. Like, when I go there, I don't really shun them. Girl, you wearing what you want, the ass still be around. I don't care. And some people just go to have a good time. That's the whole point, to go there to have a good time. Not to be judged by what you wear and all that other stuff. So it's like, y'all wear what y'all want. I think some of y'all got too offended. Because y'all try to read her and all that. And it's just like, I didn't take offense to it. I just said, well, damn, she done fucked it up for me. Because now bitch is going to try. Like, they already be side-eyeing me when I walk into the club or any facility. Now they going to be like, oh, this bitch go trying to wear heels. She probably one of them. She thinks she all that. No, I just like to tink, clink, tink. And that's all it is, And it's just like, when she had said what she had said, I was like, well, damn. Bitch is going to start looking at me sideways. Like, one thing about me, I never really cared what y'all think, to be honest. I'm still going to wear what I want and do what I want. Exactly. You know what I mean? But for the most part, I'm like, what? Ain't this some shit? And I just let it be. But y'all, I really feel like some of y'all dragged it. Because everybody be looking for like a funny moment. Like, everybody wants to, it's really, these days on social media, it's a competition to see who's funnier. It really is. I feel like that's what it is. Everybody wants to be a comedian, but nobody want to do, like, actually go on tour. Go do your stand-up on tour, baby. You know what I mean? Like, get active for real in these fields. Y'all just, I don't know. Everybody, that's what it seems like. Like, everybody's like, oh, Instagram change. No, you just, whether this person is faking their life or not, you took offense to it. And now you don't want to be bothered because, like, it's making you self-reflect. A lot of you are comparing. And that's just the honest truth. Let's talk about it. A lot of you compare yourself to social media, and that's why Instagram offends you and you don't want to be on Instagram no more. Like I said, whether the person is faking it or not, if you know they're faking it, why does it bother you? Exactly. I had this, I would call her a homegirl. I went to school with this one girl, and she would always say, like, share her location. And her location was never really her location. Like, she would always be out of state. Whole time the girl was never out of state. But like, I'll be next to her, and it's like, girl, you're not out of state. You right here with me. You know what I mean? Or it's just like, there's this one girl who she goes out. Like, don't get me wrong, she travels, but she won't post her pictures until like months, years. And you would think like, oh, you traveling right now, or you active right now. Whole time she's home, would be right next to the girl, and she posting her pictures. And I'm like, damn, oh, that's so cute. And I was cool with her. So it's just like, I had asked her, I was like, oh, damn, when'd you go there? And she would tell me, but it's like, why did you post it now? Y'all be trying to dictate when people do stuff and why they do stuff, and you just let people be them. Worry about you. That's really all this world really needs. It needs people to be more gentle and kind to each other, and people worrying about them damn selves. Everybody always says, oh, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. Yes, y'all do. If you didn't care, then you wouldn't even be mentioning. You know what I mean? Like actions, when it comes down to like caring, actions show it all. Some of y'all really do be caring. Y'all really do be caring. And you just, oh, I don't really care, I'm nonchalant. No, your actions don't show it. Let people wear they want to wear. Like, if you want to wear wedges, wear wedges. My mom likes wedges. That used to piss me off when I was younger. I'm not gonna hold y'all. Like, she used to wear wedges, and I never really wore, like, I just started wearing heels. So I was like 2 inches. Like I'm saying, inches matter. So when you start off with heels, figure out what inch is comfortable for you. You don't gotta wear heels though. But that's what I'm saying. Like, inches matter. And the higher up you are, the more uncomfortable you will be, type stuff. And my mom used to wear wedges a lot, and I just never understood. Like, I was stiletto type of girl. Stilettos was the way to go for me. But I wasn't like 6-inch stilettos busting them out. I wasn't. And I never really like, and I was like, cause you know, the whole notion like beauty is pain. So it's like, for me, I'm like, this is what being a girl is. Beauty is pain. Like, yeah, if you wear heels a lot, for hours on hours, you're gonna be uncomfortable. Like, there's events that I'll go to for weeks at end, and after that whole week, like, my legs are tired, like my legs are burning. Anyways, this ass is so much to carry. But yeah, my mom used to wear wedges. I never understood why she was a wedge girl. It used to piss me off until like I tried on her wedge. I don't remember why or how I tried it on, what got the ball rolling. I tried on the wedge. And baby, that changed my life. Wedges are so comfortable. What are you talking about, for real? They're so sturdy and stable. Oh my gosh. If you've never tried wedges, don't judge it till you try it, for real. Okay? I'm telling you, once I tried my first pair of wedges, I never went back. I wore wedges for like a whole year. Promise y'all. Didn't even look at stilettos. And then after I tried wedges, that was what got me like open. Is mine? Oh, I was making sure, because I had to make sure it wasn't edgy. After I had tried the wedges, I had went into like big chunk heels, because I never, like I told y'all, I was a stiletto girl. Like, I didn't think big chunk heels was the way to go. I thought that even if they was a cute pair, it was like, damn, the heel is so thick and bulky, you know, until like I actually tried. I'm like, oh, this is, yeah, for real. Yeah, type stuff. So yeah. And then that just goes in the topic of like beauty standard. Never, if you're younger and you're watching this, don't really pay attention to beauty standards, okay? Because beauty standards are one of those things. Beauty standards are like the stock market. Will you get a good return on your investment? And you aren't going to know until like you invest. That's what stock is. Like, I don't care how well you look at the market. You can never predict. I mean, you can try, but it's like you can't really necessarily predict when it's going to crash. You could see this stock going up and you've been eyeing it for like years and it's always been going up. And then boom, you decide to invest and boom, it crashes. And you're like, whoa, what happened? And that just goes back to like beauty standards. When it comes down to it, just do what you want. Cause it's just like, when I had started first, cause I remember I was on TikTok and I used to tell the BBL girls, and it's like, I was never necessarily body shaming. My problem was never the fact that y'all got the work done. I don't care that y'all got the work done. I'm just a true friend to tell you when your work is sloppy. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Bad return on your investment. You went in there with a certain look that you were going for. You came out botched. That's what I mean. Like, beauty standards, it can go either way. Like, and when it comes down to it, everybody's like, oh, I'll never be the 1% that just, because a certain percentage of people don't make it through the procedure. And it's like, you could be that percent. Everybody likes to think that they're not that percent, but if you're not that percent, then who's going to be the percent? No, you got to act like you're the 1%. And then really like think it through type stuff. So when it comes down to it, like I was never, when I talk about BBLs, because I feel like, because I remember I started getting dragged for even talking about it. Why do you care? Why do you care? I don't care. You're built like the letter P. I'm helping you. I will, because you have to understand, how like I can't even talk. You know how like eyebrow blindness was a thing where it's like people, they had like cringy eyebrows. There was a trend on TikTok where people would like show their blindness. Some people it was lashes, some people it was eyebrows, but it's like blindness in itself is a thing. I'm one of them friends. I will unblind you. Baby, they built you like the letter P. Capital P. You pushing P. Heavy on the P. And you just, I don't know. I'm one of those people like, I'm going to tell you. Because you really need real friends around you who gonna tell you like, damn, am I botched? Yes, right, you're botched. And I was talking to the botched girlies. I was never talking to like the BBL girls because like some people got BBLs and their BBL's fine. Will I sit here and get one? I don't look to get one. Simply because like I was a petite girl and I had this friend who was dumb thick. We was in elementary school together and she was dumb thick, y'all. And the thing about her being dumb thick was like she had confided in me because like we would be out together and keep in mind we both pretty girls and we would be out together and it's just like dudes would always holler at her and I was a petite little girl so I was like, oh, I want like big tatas, I want a big booty. When I say pinky built, I was so petite. I was such a petite little girl. Now I got some meat on my bones for real, but one that comes with age. So like when a lot of y'all get y'all BBLs, that confuses me because you're still young. Your body hasn't even fully developed yet. Wait till your body fully develops. And then another thing, y'all get BBLs before y'all have kids. Have the kid first. Have all your kids first before cause like now you have to go back and it's not like you're rich, So it's like you spent all this money getting the work done. You're not rich. You have a kid and then boom, you back. With the body you don't like again, now you got to go under the knife again. Don't do that. This chair is really pissing me off. It's been squeaking all day. It's getting louder and louder each video. It wants to talk so bad. Girl, it's not your turn. You want to have the show, but it's not your show. Like, type stuff. But it's just like, wait till y'all have kids for real. Because kids will put your body, like sometimes the kids will mess up your body. Sometimes they'll give you a nice figure. Wait till everything. And then it's like, oh, I did a mommy makeover. Okay, girl. Okay, I see you. Type stuff like, I see you. Something, I'm just going to be the real friend that's going to tell you. I've always been that type of person that say what everybody's thinking. I've been that way in school. Like, I'm one of those people, like, anybody will tell you. If anybody wanted to say anything, they would come to me and be like, damn, like, it was one of those. It's not like it was one of those, like, this is how I feel about her. I'm just the narrator. The middleman, call it what you want. I just say what everybody's thinking, what I hear. Like if I keep hearing something over and over and over again, I'm going to say it out loud. Because at this point, my thing is like, I'm not really a repetition person. I don't like repetition. So it's like, obviously, this is a problem. Let's fix our problem. Because one thing, that's why I say like I was confrontational, but I don't really think it's confrontation when you're trying to like problem solve, But I guess y'all call it confrontation. So I was like a confrontational person where it's just like, okay, cool. Apparently this is a problem because it's being brought up more than once. If it's being brought up consistently, I'm going to bring it up. Y'all not going to keep bringing it up and whispering it. I'm going to say it. So they had said, I might not put names on it, but I'm going to bring the topic to the forefront unless you're like, oh, don't say anything. If you don't tell me don't say anything, I'm going to bring the topic to the forefront if it's very audible lot. You know what I mean? They wasn't really my friends, but some of my friends was looking botched. So yeah. But my friend, she just like, she would get a whole bunch of attention because of her body. And we were young, like even my middle schoolers, bro. I think we were either in like middle school or elementary school. We were young though. And she would get a lot of attention because she had like a grown adult body. I mean, there's no age to a body. That's why when like people shun girls and be like, "Oh, you're acting grown," this, that, and the other. It's nobody's fault that this child's body develops early. You know, like people's bodies develop at different times. Some of y'all just jealous. But anyway, so boom, real thick, dumb friend. I wanted to have tatas. I didn't want my tatas to be too big. No. I wanted like nice, like these sizes is what I kind of wanted. That's crazy. I just wanted when I put on a bra for them to touch, but then like they sit up by themselves. That's where like, I'm not saying I wish for it didn't happen, but you know what I mean? Some wishes do come true. I'm just kidding. Anyways, like I was saying, like older dudes, a whole bunch of people would like try to holler at her and she would be like, you know, she would tell them her age. She wasn't one of those like weird girls who'd be like, oh, you know, pretending to be like a certain age. She would tell these men her age and a lot of them wouldn't care because it's like they was just so lustful. And it's just like she hated that because she just like in her words, she felt like she would never find a man who truly loves her. And I mean like love, not like lust, because people will lust after you. But she felt like she would never find someone who truly loves her because like when they get with her, they get with her for her body. And it's just like they never got to know her. Me having that understanding of being from her experience being a thicker girl, and I mean thick, like curvy, thick. You know, from her experience, I understood that like I really kind of appreciate my body in a way because yes, I'm petite, but me being petite, like men kind of like you really don't have much to like but my like you I mean I have a pretty face, so it's like you can like my face, but it's like face and personality, like because the body ain't really there, you know. At the time the body wasn't really there, so you don't really I bring personality and face to the table. What's that, you know? So for me, I just never had problems. Don't get me wrong, I still have problems with like people lusting because they're still lustful. That's what I'm saying. They're like lust will never stop, but I never took her route. Like I never took her what she was going to into consideration until she had told me. And then it wasn't until like later on when I got a little older, when like this one girl, it was like middle school, she had came up to me, and keep in mind my tatas were small. Like I think I wasn't really an A cup. I don't remember what cup I was. I wanted tatas. That's one thing I really wanted. Like all my little friends, they had their little growth spurts, and I was like, when is mine gonna spurt? Like, girl, you ain't spurting. Like, you know, I was pissy. So boom. This one girl came up to me, and I don't remember what started. Oh, we was in the gym. We were at the gym, and we were working out, and like we were having just a conversation, like, cause we were on the bikes. It was gym class, and we were on the bikes pedaling, cause we had to like pedal for one of our assignments or whatever, and hit something miles or whatever. And she's like, you don't even need to work. Your body's already perfect. And I was like, no, it's not. What are you talking about? She's like, yes, it is. Like, you're already curvy. And I was like, no, I'm not. And she's like, yes, you are. And it's so weird because like to her, I was curvy. And to me, we were the same size. No tatas, no bum. And here she is telling me I'm curvy. I thought she was blind for real. Younger me really thought she was blind. Like, this girl really doesn't know what she's talking about. But it's just like, that was crazy to me. And then I had this one homegirl who had big tatas. And she would say like, you know, like obviously the whole notion like, oh, back problems, this, that, and the other. But like on top of that, she would always tell me like she wished she had smaller tatas like me. I mean, they weren't this size though. I really didn't like my tatas didn't really start growing until college. And I mean, like I'm talking about 2021 type stuff, like 2021. That's when we really, you know, so I was pretty petite for a hot minute. Okay. So like she told me, she was just like, I wish I had smaller tatas because like I want to be able to wear like crop tops and my tatas just sit up, you know. I want to, and that's what I'm saying, like with the beauty standard, what you have, you might not like it, somebody else might like it. So just be grateful. Like I got bullied for having big lips, believe it or not. I got bullied in elementary school for having big lips, and now look at everybody stuffing fillers, filling it up just to get a plumper set. Like not knocking y'all, but like, you know, like some of y'all overdoing it though. Like I told you on TikTok, you really big being. Like it's really, some of y'all lips really look hard and it looks like it wants to fall off, like it's about to rip off the skin. But you know, like when you don't overdo some stuff, it really looks nice. I'm not a hater. I'm gonna let you know if it look nice. Some of y'all really overdo it and it looks scary. But nonetheless, like I got made fun of for having big lips. And now it's just like, and then when I got like I forgot how old I was, but then that's when because I had told y'all in one of my story times that this dude had told me I had DSLs and I didn't know what they were at the time. So for the most part, it's just like, when it comes down to beauty standards, if you're young listening to this and you just don't like your body, baby, first off, puberty hasn't hit. Second off, who knows? Your next, what you consider a flaw might be the next beauty standard. And one thing about it, like the beauty standard's always changing. That's why I always tell people, like, when you do something, like, be careful, because it's like now, when it comes down to it, it's always been a back and forth thing. Like when I was in elementary school, being thick was in. When I got into middle school, being skinny was in. I mean, like everybody was like full on throwing up, like being skinny was in. You had to be skinny petite. So it's like me, I already fit the aesthetic because itty beeny teeny weeny. Okay. I was the head honcho of the itty bitty teen committee. You couldn't tell me nothing. Okay. So it's just like, then after like being tiny was out, then like boom, high school, college, being thick as in, now everybody doing BBLs. And now people are gradually going back to like kind of being slim, like a natural-ish look, like still having the shape, but not really, so it's just like the beauty standard's always changing. So it's a gamble. Just like the stock market, it's a gamble. When you invest into it, your investment might not come back all the way, or it might come back, and if you're going to do it for your confidence, but understand with that confidence you gain comes a certain demographic of people that come with that aesthetic. You know what I mean? Like, so yes, you're confident. Dudes are looking at you because a lot of you be like, I'm not doing it for a man, I'm doing it for me. Okay, cool, whatever. Not saying all of you do, but some of you are in denial. Denial's a river, and okay. So it's just like for the people who, like I'm saying, like they do it for them, that's cool. I love that for y'all. But then for the people who like do it for a man and lie to themselves and say, oh, I don't do it for a man. But then when the male attention comes, then they switch up and be like, oh, you bitches could never. Cause it's always, that's how I really know who did it for themselves and who did it for a man. The ones that do it for a man always switch up and then start attacking other women and then tell them that they could never. Based on observations, that's what I observe. Do what you want. It's life. It's your body. It's, whether you're doing it for a man, you're doing it for yourself, whoever you're doing it for, whether you're in denial or not, it's your life. Do what you want. All I'm saying and all I've ever meant to say as it pertains to the message is be careful, because there are people out there. And honestly, there's some things you'll learn this about rich people. There's some things rich people are never cheap on. And if you want to go all out, especially when it comes down to cosmetic work, you never go the cheap route. Maybe, because sometimes I have seen some girls go the cheaper route and their stuff turned out really cute. But technically, that's not really the cheaper route, because you went to another country to get it done. And the US dollar in that country, like when you do the rate conversions, technically it's not really cheaper. It's expensive in that country, just like it is in the US, like the conversion rates when it comes to like dollars to whatever, wherever you went, like the conversion rate. That's why it appears cheaper to you as an individual, but it's not really cheaper. If you were in that country, it would still kind of be that same high price. It's just the US dollar conversion. You get what I'm saying? So just be careful. Have fun with it. Be careful. Like some of that stuff, I don't know. Just be careful, y'all. We're at a phase right now where everybody's following trends and nobody wants to be their own individual anymore, which is terrifying. But individuality is what creates trendsetters. Never forget that. So there always has to be a trailblazer. I told y'all about that last time. Trailblazers are people who start stuff and they're the pioneers of that, It might not just be one person. It could be a whole individual of people, but nonetheless, they're the pioneers. And if you want to be a trailblazer, you got to be unapologetic about it and just keep going. And that requires a certain level of confidence. You can't let people knock your confidence down. They're going to try. Literally, you're going to try. I'm going to be the first to tell you. They're going to try if they haven't already. They're going to try. And you got to stand 10 toes down. But like I always tell y'all, and if I don't think I ever told y'all this, but I don't really use the word love. I was gonna tell y'all I love y'all and then end it, but it's not, I really don't say I love you. Like when people say I love you, I literally say love you. I never say I because it's like love you. Someone loves you. I don't know. And it's not that I don't love you. I'm one of those people like my actions show it. I'm a woman of little words because my action will show it. Yeah. It's a barbecue, a birthday party. So I'm not really late, but I'm going to head out now so I can get back in a timely manner to get work done. Because I got a lot of things on my to-do list. This was a longer, yeah, it was longer. We still aren't fully ready. Y'all, goodbye.